Well, Eyes That See is officially a reality, and Judson's story is published. And I thought rather than share my thoughts and feelings through writing, that I would try doing this video. We'll see how this goes. But most of all, I just wanted to share a little bit of my perspective as we have moved forward with sharing Judson's life in this manner and what that has meant for us. And the first thing that always comes to mind is that I wish with everything in my being that this story didn't exist, and that this wasn't our reality, and that instead Judson was here in our living room playing and jumping around and giggling and climbing all over me. But that is not the journey that God has called us to, and that's not the path that we've been chosen to walk. And instead, I feel like God has been calling us to have open arms and surrendered hearts to allow him to do whatever he might choose with Judson. And we are honored and blessed, and it is a gift to have his story now be a book. And the first thing when I think of when I see this book is how much this picture captured Judd's personality. And the first time it came in the mail, I was gripped with both tremendous joy and incredible sorrow. I remember the time when I took the picture that has now become the cover of the book, and Judson and I were playing in the office, and it was peekaboo, and he was laughing and giggling, and I grabbed my camera and I snapped this photo. And I think I even said at the time to Drake, "You would not believe the picture I just captured of Judd. It is his personality through and through," and I was thrilled with it. But I never imagined in my worst nightmare that it would one day become the cover of a book, because his life would be so short. And one of the things that is continually a part of this process is it is filled with both joy and pain, and that that universality of pain is, I think, what this book is about, is that we're all faced with both joy and pain in life, and in the pains of life and in the hardships and in the struggles, I believe God wants to awaken us to himself. And this book is about my journey of questions and struggles and grappling with God and faith, and trying to understand what hope looks like in challenges, and what it means to trust God when I am completely broken. And this is really my soul laid bare. And interestingly, in the process of having this book published, what I didn't realize as we signed the contract is that in having my soul laid bare in this manner, that I would suddenly feel a new sense of vulnerability, and that we are open to people misperceiving things or misjudging what we're doing. And that's been a hard reality for me as we're moving forward. But I have continued to have God impress upon my heart that we just need to be faithful, and that this is in fact his story, and he is moving and working. And so as much as I have struggled with this process, it also has been filled with great joy. And one of those joys has been all the incredible support that we have received from people, and the ways that people are communicating how Judson is affecting them. And there couldn't be more of a gift to us as his parents. And as much as I haven't loved marketing the book and doing the things that come with being a new author, particularly an unknown author, and trying to get ourselves out there, I have been so blessed by the people who have said that Judd's story is making a difference. And so we're grateful for that, and grateful for the support from so many of you. And so as we move forward, I guess my biggest heart in this is that this story of our beloved boy, of our son who suddenly began to suffer and struggle and went blind, but had this ability to communicate God in such a rich way to us in the midst of his suffering. He had eyes that could see God, and that is the whole point of this book. And I guess as we move forward, our hope and our prayer and our desire is that whoever God puts this book in the hands of, that they too would be given eyes that see him.